Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Sports Report After Dark. It is our season one finale, and we are excited. I'm going to bring him right in. We have our favorite guest on the show, a good friend, Chiefs, and NFL Europe, and CFL, and arena football phenom, Derek the Boss Ross is with us again. What is up, buddy?
How everybody doing? How y'all doing, man?
Oh, and by the way, my co-host Dan is here too, but fuck that guy. Man, so what's going on? What's matter.
He's the man. That's the man. What's up, fellas?
Man, glad to have you. It's been an interesting few weeks since we last spoke. Man, our Chiefs are kind of struggling right now, and I have a theory. I want to get your opinion on it. Dan kind of heard it a little bit.
All right.
I want to get your input on it. So we've got these obviously, as we've all discussed and agreed upon. I mean, you're at that pro level. You're a freak of nature. You're top of the food chain. But even these guys have bad seasons.
Yes.
You've got a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of different things like, Andy dealing with what happened with his son Britt. In that accident right before the Super Bowl last year. That's weighing on his mind and his own health issues. Patrick just had, his fiance just had a baby, and his brother and his fiance don't know how to stay the fuck off of social media. And then you got Ty Matthew isn't happy. Tyreek Hill isn't happy. You got injuries on both sides of the line. Like this is something that happens to teams, even the greatest dynasties. The Patriots went we were just talking about this earlier, a decade with 2 Super Bowl trips and lost both of them. Like, from the player's perspective, is that what this kind of looks like, really what's going on here, or am I missing something?
I think, honestly, they're missing a wide receiver and a couple old linemen. I think Mahomes is still Mahomes. I think he still can do everything. I think people starting to key in on what Andy is doing over there. Andy just got to switch it up, and I think he just need one more wide receiver. That guy that they miss is the guy that's over there in Baltimore. Sammy Watkins. They definitely missing him, man. And because he can open up the field just a little bit more for Mahomes and the tight end. So, yes, it's a down year, but I'm still not counting them out, man. They're the Chiefs for me, man. And I definitely think that they can get out of this slump, and I think they can go for a run.
Do you think that as Josh Gordon gets ingrained in with the offense that he's going to be able to help make some of that difference, or do you think they still need another piece?
Man, Josh, man, at this point, man, I'm going to keep it real. You can't trust Josh Gordon, man. That man, I'm talking about any little weed or any whatever he's on. Well, I think it's more than weed, but, everybody's saying it's weed. Weed ain't never stopped me from making no $2-3 million. You know what I'm talking about? So right. I think it probably be a little bit more stronger than that. But who am I to say? I'm just from the outside looking in. But can he help? If he come back and get in shape and take it seriously and get off the drugs, man, he always been a good player. He always been a big body. He can replace the Sammy Watt. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I think he could be a tremendous help for us. But he just got to stay off the drugs, man.
Hey, Ross, it reminds me of the half-baked scene where Dave Chappelle is in the rehab or whatever. He's like, I'm here because I'm addicted to marijuana. And he's like, you're here for some marijuana?
I suck dick for coke.
He's like, I used to suck dick for coke. You ever suck dick for coke? And he's like, I seen him. That's what Josh Gordon is like. You here for some marijuana?
And listen, I'm sorry to his family if they may be watching this. I'm not bashing him or anything. It's just he's an addict, man. I don't know the addict of, but he's just an addict. He got a ridiculous personality. Like I say, anything that'll make me turn down $2-3 million, I gotta know what it is. I wants to know what it is because it gotta be that important. And I don't have a strain on it.
And I want to smoke the kind of weed that dude's smoking. If that's how he's
whatever kind of weed he's smoking, please just bring it to fucking Jacksonville. Please.
I'm retired now. We all smoke. All 3 of us do. It's for my thing. It's like if it's really weed. Like there's only a 9% addiction rate to cannabis.
It's not weed, guys. I've been smoking since 10 years. But when they said I was having a drug test for football to get into the Chiefs, I stopped smoking for 30 days. So I know goddamn well, and I know, man, it ain't the weed. It's got to be something else. It's got to be.
I can't disagree with you on that, man.
Ross, I got to ask.
And like I said, to the Kansas City, faithful, I'm not bashing. I'm just saying it's not weed. He's on.
No, we're realistic here. We're all Chiefs fans. We're all Chiefs
that's what I'm saying. I just don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. But the boy on more than weed, man. He's on that coke, I think.
That's okay. That's what I was going to ask. What was the specific drug? That's what I was going to ask you. I was going to be like, what do you think he's doing then? Is it coke?
It's got to be coke, man.
That's what I thought too.
I mean, first of all, and then that makes it even worse because if it is coke, you only have to have not done coke in the last 4 hours.
It's a 3-day drug. It's a 3-day drug, so it's a 3-day drug, maximum. So maximum 3-day drug. So God damn it. Because come on, let's just be real. They tell you when the drug tech's coming. Yep. So you gotta be that addicted to it to where you like fuck it the night before. I'm really fucked up. I can't do without it. That's an addicted personality, man. That's something more than football. I mean, I love his talent. I love what he did on the football field, but we got to get in his head off the field for me to think that he'll be a big contribution to us, man.
I empathize with him completely, actually, on that
whole
thing.
Empathize. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't empathize. If you have a chance to make that much money, stop the shit you're doing and get that bread.
Addiction is a disease. Addiction is a disease. And so it is. I get that to a point. But it's like, I mean, yeah, for me, like, I mean, I've never even tried coke, but there is not a single thing. Like, cannabis is one of the things that keeps me functioning. Like I do tinctures in the morning, like because of my chronic pain and my anxiety, and then I smoke in the evening and stuff like that. But like, if like my cousin's husband is a Houston PD police officer, so when I go to Houston to spend time with them, because I don't want to fucking go to jail, I don't want to lose my job.
Of course,
I'm not going to smoke.
It's just a brain. I don't know. It's a mindset, man. It's a mindset. If you don't want to do something, you're not going to do it. And I mean, y'all know me. I party with rich white people, so it'd be coke around all the time. It'd be coke around all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I understand them people got to go to work. They still go to, functional drug addicts. I guess that's what they. I don't know, but the people
worked for a few of them.
That's what I'm saying. These guys. I don't know about Josh Gordon. I don't know, man, and I don't want to stipulate. I just know he got a problem.
It's a reasonable concern. I mean, and especially for NFL teams, because of the amount of money that you invest into a player, not
That's
just
what
in
I'm
salary, but in all
but everybody is chipping in to help this kid out. Everyone is chipping in. Everybody. I'm talking about you got even Belichick brought him over there for a while. Everybody, it's something more that they know or something. I mean, even though maybe they know he had like a little, I don't know, his childhood trauma or something, and I don't know, man. Maybe he's hiding that he's gay. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Right.
It's something everybody. It's got to be something more than what they letting us to believe, because you don't give a guy that many chances, man. If it was anybody else in the league, they would have been done.
Mm-hmm. And Joe, I'm glad we don't know, though. I'm glad we don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, that's a good thing. Like,
and that's why we get to talk about it on the radio.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad that we don't know. Well, that and like, he deserves his privacy. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever he's going through.
No, he don't. No, because you got little kids looking up to him saying, how come he get another chance? If we know it's drug, come on, man. You also, got to set an example. If you're going to make an example for everybody else, you got to make an example for him, too.
Also, D. Ross, you know how always just ripped out he looked whenever he came back to a team? That's probably part of the reason, because he was just doing coke. And he's always just like ripped out of his mind. Like, just
his eyes always bugged out.
Sinewy and like just sinewy and all like.
So I don't want to talk about that.
Dan, juicing or not juicing, Josh Gordon?
Because you got some diehard, you got some diehard Chief fan that actually buy my shirts and stuff, and I don't want to. Well, he's talking about our, I don't want. So all I'm saying is, Josh Gordon, you got a problem, man. Get it dealt with. If you got it dealt with, okay, cool. People are looking up at you, man. Stay off the hair. I mean, the coat. I mean, whatever you want. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
And that's a valid thing, because with everything you put around somebody like this and the investment and the focalness. Now, yes, when you get to that level, there is somewhat of a loss of privacy. Like it's just kind of one of
that's
those
what
things.
I'm saying. When you sign that contract, you lost the privacy over. When I signed with the Chiefs, man, they knew how much I was making before I even signed my contract. You know what I'm talking about? Like the media gonna leak your stuff. It's just what you sign up for. Yes, you try to be. Yes, you try to be quiet and low key, but somebody gonna know. Either your girlfriend gonna talk to her girlfriend, they gonna get out and know. Everybody gonna know something, man. It's just you ain't got no. I mean, if you're doing something bad anyway, you shouldn't be doing it if you're in that spotlight anyway. So stand up with 10 toes. You know what I mean?
I just want to end it with, I want Josh Gordon on this show. I want to hang out with Josh Gordon.
I would legitimately like to have that conversation.
I don't. I love money too much. I don't want to hang out with him. I love money too much. If I don't want to throw my money away for whatever he's smoking. So no, we can be friends from a distance, Josh.
No, I mean on the show, not in person.
Yeah, from a distance,
that.
Yes, because I get next to him, I'm gonna want to smoke what he's smoking, and I'm gonna lose everything. No, Josh, fuck that.
I like my money too much, Josh.
My money too much, Josh.
Ross, real quick before we go to break,
you got me fucked up.
Before we go to break, I don't really know. I bought a Sam Cassell jersey the other day. Remember Sam Cassell, the point guard in the NBA? That's right?
Sam Cassell, Sam Cassell is a fucking man. He's the man.
But
hold on.
This is a Matt Castle jersey.
That's a Matt Castle jersey. I'm tripping like a motherfucker. I'm going on with you. Y'all are fucking hilarious. I love this.
This is the Sam Cassell NFL jersey. He didn't even play in the NFL. He played point guard in the NBA.
I know it, man. That dude, man. He actually a good dude, Sam Cassell. I met him with Michael Bennett.
He's an NBA assistant still.
Yeah, he's the ugliest motherfucker, but he cool.
He looks like an alien.
Yeah, he do. He got the long. I'm talking about people on there. What?
So I got this in the mail. It's Baker Mayfield jersey, right? But no, it's for the Cleveland Indians. I just got this in the mail.
What are you doing over there?
No idea.
We're crazy with our jerseys, dude.
I know, but it's dope. I'm gonna start doing that shit too. Fuck it, y'all. Hey, I'm a winner. I'm gonna join in too. Fuck it. Whoever winning that week, that's what I'm gonna put on my jersey. Fuck it. I'm gonna have a Diggs for sure, because that motherfucker is balling right now. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put a Diggs and probably it gotta be Diggs Dak. Ooh, that'll be a nice one, Diggs Dak.
There you go. And you got isn't there another Diggs in
his brother in Minnesota.
Well, and then you got Stephon Diggs up in
Stephon's in Buffalo.
Right.
Yeah, that's his brother. Yeah, they brothers.
Right. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Older brother, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know, but both of them, I bet they mama happy. Whatever, yeah. I bet the mama and daddy happy.
There's three of them. There's three brothers. It's Stephon, Trayvon, and then there's one other.
All of them in NFL?
All three of them, yep. That mama's sitting comfortable and she probably got a house from each of them. She better got a house from each of them.
If the daddy wasn't there, I bet he died there.
The Jones family is even more impressive, I think, because that's John Jones, the MMA fighter, and then Chandler and Arthur are both in the NFL. And John Jones is the in-between brother of Chandler and Arthur Jones. Chandler Jones, fucking obviously Cardinals.
Man, that's too much for me, man. I'm high. Remember I said
I know.
I can't think about that shit right now, man. You got me tripping.
I'm really trying to
listen to you.
The oldest and the youngest in the NFL in the middle is John Bones Jones, the MMA fighter.
Oh, yeah, John. What about, can't forget about those fucking Mannings, man. The Mannings got it locked down, man.
Dude, and Archie's kicking ass right now. Like, he's going to be a phenom himself.
The Bosa's.
Talking about the little nephew? Do he got a big head like Peyton?
Oh, that guy's skull is just...
I know it, man. That's a Halloween mask all in itself.
Yeah, and any woman that gives birth to a Manning kid, it just looks like a gigantic couple of meat curtains hanging down.
Oh my God,
like those big ass heads come.
Oh man, poor woman.
Start running, you can hear him whistle or clap.
Oh, I bet he can eat that pussy though. I bet that big headed motherfucker get in there pussy.
Yes, and his jaws are so strong, bro. His
That's
jaws
what
are
I'm
so
saying.
strong.
Eating all that goddamn pizza from Papa John. I bet that motherfucker jaw is strong.
He's just giving his wife and probably
what's wrong with them over
there? Multiple orgasms with that fucking.
That's what I'm saying. Damn, we being disrespectful like a mother.
This is what we do. This is what we do for all of us. Okay. All right, we're gonna go to commercial.
All right, we gotta go to commercial. Get a hit put out on us.
We gotta go to break so we can calm our ass down.
All right, bye. How long do we have? Can I smoke?
Yeah, you got a couple minutes.
All right,
smoke on air, bro. What are you talking about? Just smoke.
No, I can't smoke it.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
All right, that first commercial was for Drop the Mic, which airs every other Tuesday right here on the Pinfall Network, featuring Josh and Pun, diving into all things music related, new releases, anything going on news-wise in the world of music. Definitely check that out. The second commercial was for the Pinfall podcast, which runs Sunday nights right here on Pinfall, 10 Eastern, featuring Will and Josh diving into all things related to professional wrestling, including WWE, AEW, and a lot of the independent circuits as well. So definitely make sure to check that out. Big thank you and shout out to repsports.com and Raise Energy for sponsoring the Pinfall Network. Make sure to use the code PINFALL or GGN10 for a discount on their website. And that definitely helps us as well. We're going to bring back in the man of the hour, the boss, Derek Ross, as we dive back into sports. Now, we just kind of talking a little bit about what's been going on with the Chiefs. And I've been interested to talk to you about this, man, because I want to get the player perspective, what happened with John Gruden. So what does this whole situation look like from your perspective?
All right. So basically, John Gruden was mad like every other coach that wasn't probably getting paid during the time that it was a lockout in the NFL. He was a little upset, and he said some things that I'm sure a lot of people said it. You know, do I blame John Gruden? No, because I felt him, and everybody know as a person what kind of person John Gruden is. I'm not saying it was right, but he should have chose his words correctly. But everybody get. What about what was the guy? What was his fucking name? Antonio Brown called the dude a cracker. You know what I'm talking about? They didn't do nothing to him, but he said something about somebody's lips. And as black people, we do got big lips. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit, I eat pussy good with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about? So, I get it. You know what I'm talking about? We got big lips, and I'm not, you know, I just think they just did John Gruden wrong, man. Especially when he started winning finally. He had, you know what I'm saying? They gave him too much money from the rip. I ain't gonna lie about that. You know what I'm saying? Because he felt like he knew what the hell he was talking about on the air, and they felt like he knew what he was saying, so they gave him all that money. And he wasn't doing shit. But he was starting to win, and they came out. They didn't want John Gruden to be successful, man. And I really do think that. I think they just had a hit on Gruden, man. That's my opinion.
It's now, and I think that you might be right. And he even said something to that effect. But my wondering is, do you think this was Bruce Allen and Dan Snyder's chance to try, or attempt to try and distract everybody from what was going on up in Washington? Or do you think it's something deeper than that?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Washington. What's going on in Washington?
Well, all these emails that came out from John Gruden were found in an investigation against the Washington football team from 2011. They were looking at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't. Ooh, that might be right though. You might got something else.
With all of the stuff that came out about how Washington was treating its cheerleading team, which it now can't even have a cheerleading team because of how bad things were there.
Yeah.
Like, and then all of a sudden it's this distraction and the stuff comes out about Gruden. Like, it seems like
I said, I'm not condoning it, man. It was wrong by Gruden.
Right.
He said, I'm not condoning it. I just think they took it a little. It could have been. They could have did something else besides, you know. And I know he actually counseled himself, so. I mean, I don't know, man. Gruden, I just think Gruden, man, a lot of people say a lot of worse things, you know, man. And I mean, we talk about each other, and I just think he didn't mean nothing by it. I really didn't.
Ross, I completely agree with you. And the thing is, dude, John Gruden, like, how many offensive things have we already said on this podcast so far?
That's what I'm saying. You called the man Chucky, for God's sake. You called him Chucky. Chucky was a bad motherfucker. He didn't care about who fellow you were. You know what I'm saying? Make up your mind. You know what I'm talking about?
We're not saying it with intent, though, is the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not saying with intent. How big of a deal is that? Like, yes, he said some fucked up things. Was he saying them as within hate, or like you said, like you were just saying, like you think it was overblown? Like, I agree with you. I'm saying, like, that's overblown. Like, I don't think that John Gruden is a racist. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
No, you can't be a racist in the football field. Come on, man. You can't, because all the brothers are the best players. No offense. Exactly. Except quarterback. You know what I'm talking about? But what I'm saying is, you know, you got to deal with brothers if you're going to play football or you in that field. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he can be. No, I don't think he's racist, man.
And if he was,
I bet, man, no. I really, and I'm saying it as a black, I don't think he's racist, man. I really.
And if he was, the brothers would have figured him out way earlier than
exactly. They would have known. They would. We know a racist, man. We know how they act. They know how they move. They know the women that clench their purse, or the guys they clench the back of their pocket. We know racists. You know, we know.
Here's my thing, and now Dan can attest to this. Like, there is a certain point, like, and this is more common, at least in my experience, among white men, where like they'll get around where there's just a whole group of them, everybody's sitting around having a beer, maybe sitting around a campfire, sat around a lake, something like that, and they'll just start telling inappropriate jokes, just fucking around. There's nothing meant by it.
That's what, man. Listen, look, sometimes I'll be the only black person at the party, mostly all the time. But, you know, most of the time I'll be that guy, you know, and it be some black jokes, you know what I'm saying? But I hit them with some white jokes, and it always he, ha, ha, ha. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing that can offend me, because I'm in the crowd with y'all motherfuckers. Y'all ain't no better than me. You know what I'm talking about? Exactly. So I just think things right now are getting blown out of proportion. What they need to blow out of proportion is all this homophobe stuff around this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Instead of, you know, worrying about races, translate it to the homophobe, or y'all trying to press that issue on us and the kids in the world, as they say it on TV and stuff, man. That's what they need to be pressured down on.
You're you're not wrong. I completely agree.
Don't get me wrong. And once again, they do buy my shirts. I respect the LGBT, what HW, what's they is? The
LGBTQ.
Yeah, I respect them. I respect them to the fullest. Yes. Yeah, I respect them to the fullest, man. You know what I'm talking about? But man, I just feel like a lot of that stuff is being pushed on them in TVs and all that stuff. So oh man, I can go on and on. And I'm high.
No. You're all right. So this is what this show is about. Damn it, this is what I want. So okay, hold on. So here's the thing, though. Like, we look at these situations. We look at how the world is trying to come, because there have been great strides across the board in how in things race related, as well as within the, you know, LGBTQ plus rights and so on. But what we've also seen is the complete other side of the spectrum, where they're looking at it from a completely wrong perspective and trying to do too much. You know?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They're pushing the agenda, and I don't get it.
No, you're right. Man, and there's these people that are just like, go ahead.
No, man, it's just, man, I'm getting fired up. Go ahead, boss. Go ahead.
No, as I say, is there's these people that have, instead of looking at trying to just make everything equal, they're trying to completely overdo it on the other side. It's not just LGBT.
Exactly.
Stuff,
like, if you're straight, you're wrong. If you don't want to believe in us or hang with us, you're wrong. You know, like I said, I have some best friends. I have best friends that are gay. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with them. It's just I just don't like that being pushed upon us. You know what I mean?
No, there's this, it's kind of like that third wave feminism, because there's true feminism, which is just, women should be treated just as equally as men, which makes complete sense. But then you have, like, as things have progressed, now, there's so many things. Oh, we have to put women in the NFL. No, that would kill them. That would kill them. That is not safe. It's not about. I
mean, as a kicker, maybe a center. You know what I'm saying? But everything else, I don't think so, man. You know what I'm talking about? I just look, man. We ain't, man.
No.
We ain't trying to give birth to no baby. We ain't trying to give birth to no kid. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just a sticky situation because the women are powerful and they're smart. You want a women at the top of your, a business chain because they always, I just think in the football field, man. I mean, the football world, I just think let us have that, women. You know what I mean? Just let us have that.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Just like there are things that there are things that women can do that men cannot do.
Of course, a lot of things. And they're stronger than us. They can take more pain than us. I get it.
It is, they can do more on less sleep. They're better at being able to wake up and hear the baby in the middle of the night because they have naturally evolved to where their hearing picks up that frequency easier than we do. We sleep deeper. And so there are so many different things that women that we could just physically
hunt, run over people, hunt, tap, do all that. Let us handle that. You know what I mean?
Especially to play a very entertaining professional game, we tend to have more traits that lean that direction as far as size, strength, speed go to make the game better. It's more entertaining.
But don't you get a rarity? You get women that are stronger than men. You get women that are faster and all that. But that's what I'm saying. It's just, the word. I mean, it'd be good to have an equal world, but I just think as of now, I think the women, they will get crushed in football. But if they want to play, let them play.
There is equality is important, but there is a difference between equality and putting somebody in a position that they're not right for.
Yes.
Because everybody should be treated with the same respect, regardless of race, regardless of religion, regardless of gender, regardless of who you love. None of that shit should matter. But you still have to look at the situation that person is going to go in. It's not safe for a 110 pound chick to try and line up at wide receiver in the NFL. She gets snapped in half in one play.
And I agree with that.
But at the same time, on the flip side of it, I would much rather watch women do things like gymnastics and skating because they require more finesse. They are better at it. It looks better.
I just like them in them tights.
I mean, that helps.
Right.
But there's not everybody needs to be able to do everything. And I think that there's too many people that think that that's the way it needs to be. No. Equality. Everybody should have an equal shot.
Yeah, that's like I say, I respect all women, man, but I just think football, and that's probably it in the world, but let us handle football. Anything else, I mean, y'all can do whatever y'all want, but I just think just by getting hurt and just the game itself is brutal, man.
It is. It's a very physical world to be in.
Yes.
And there are scientific reasons why it's not a good idea. Men's bodies are built to take more force in most scenarios than a woman's body. We can take that repeated blow, whereas a woman getting hit by, 280-pound Derrick Henry as she tries to tackle him,
man,
she's gonna break.
Grown-ass man can't tackle Derrick Henry. Just imagine a 110-pound woman out there trying to tackle that man.
That's
he'll break the record 3 times over.
That's where you cross the line between what is the gender thing where you can actually be a weightlifter and be a female who's actually a male and break all these weightlifting records, and who can go over to the other side, because that's when you're talking about people dying at that point. Like if you actually did that, 110-pound woman, Derrick Henry could kill an 110-pound.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
he could kill her.
Like I said, I have a lot of women that that deal with me. So I mean, they like me and stuff like that. So I just say, y'all, whatever y'all want to do, man. Whatever. I mean, Y'all want to do it. I just don't think, me personally, I don't think y'all need to get out there. But
I agree.
whatever.
Not everybody needs to do everything.
Yeah.
D-Ross, hypothetically, you're coming around the corner and there's an 110-pound girl out there, full pads. She starts for the other team, and you got her one-on-one. You are going to borderline kill that woman if that is the situation.
Just push off the
I'm
side.
running through her.
You're gonna fucking.
I'm running through her.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to.
I'm running through her. I'm not doing no L1, L2. I'm doing X. I'm going straight through her.
Yep.
It'll literally be the only risk you will ever have is just stepping over her body as she rolls underneath of you, right? Like,
now, I mean, coaches, owner. I mean, they can be coaches, you know, stuff like that. Coaches and stuff like you have to take them away from football. I'm just saying, actual on the field, no. But
It's
you know,
not-
they can be
it's
coaches
a safety
and
issue.
yeah,
It's
safety
okay,
issue.
though. Like it's everyone should be treated equally, but also according to the specific circumstance.
Facts.
Exactly.
I agree. Facts.
There's
Okay.
nothing wrong
So-
with that.
That's what we
Facts.
can all agree on.
And
We all
that's-
agree on that.
No, we do, and then that's a good thing because there's so many people that can look at stuff like that, like, oh, you're hating or you're saying that. No, we're speaking on facts. Like, you can look at Olympic trials, look at Olympic speed skating, men versus women. Look at the difference in the times. Olympic weightlifting. Look at the difference in the weights. There are statistical differences even among equal training facility access. It's just it's visible. It's not saying they're any less. It's just saying, well, look, there's some things that it's just, this is where you're going to be able to go. We support you. We support you. We want you there. But there is no value in pretending that you can do something.
I love all you women.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I love all the support from the women. I love all you. Yeah.
100%.
Women in sports is very valuable. Very
Yeah,
very
yeah.
valuable.
That's what I'm saying. I love them.
If you think back to the earliest parts of our evolution, women were usually the ones who nurtured the children, obviously, because they
Yes,
had
yeah.
children.
Like I say, it's a new day now.
It's a stay at home, but that's like back to the evolution. Though the only thing I'm saying with the athletic part is like we were the ones who went out and hunted and climbed hills and did things like that, you know what I'm saying, and ran after game and stuff like that. That's just what it is, dude. There's nothing else to it. Like it's just
that's why we've
kinda
evolved the
how
way that we
came
have.
about. It's not anything wrong with women. It's just that's kind of how we just came about. We're just more
Yeah.
inept
Facts.
to playing
So-
entertaining games.
Now, okay, so let's circle back to John Gruden thing. I want to ask you one more question, and we'll take our last break before we have, so we have more fun. So now, with what's happened with Gruden and everything that's been going on, do you think that Gruden will end up back in football, and if so, how long?
Honestly, I think they counseled him, man.
Yeah,
I think that might be it. He might have to go to the college level, if not lower. I think they actually can't. I don't know. Somebody might give him a chance. It probably will have to be like a Dallas organization or a Seattle organization, maybe the Belichick era. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with some power in the league.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. They got. I feel because I think they actually counseled him though. I think they tried to really
at least for a few years.
put a book at him. Make an example out of Gruden.
and I think that you're right, and I would, because he knows the game.
He knows the game. He knows that he had a couple tough seasons in Oakland. He knows the game. Everybody thought. He was on his third or fourth year.
Fourth year, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he's already made at least like $30 to $32 million. Plus what? Yeah, so they were just tired of it. They wanted him to win. They wanted him to do more than what he was doing. They thought he was just stealing money and Oakland.
I think that there are bigger problems in the NFL than John Gruden.
Yes, definitely, and we just don't know about him.
Right. Not yet.
And
We'll never know about him because there's money involved. You know what I mean?
Most likely we won't. But that had to be a huge deal for that whole. I think
Some of the people we love in the game might be the worst people in the world, and we'll never know, man.
Like you kind of just said, D. Ross. I said it on the show a couple weeks ago, like when it first happened. They wanted John Gruden out of that contract, and they were going to do anything that they could to get some.
Yes, man, that was a hell of a contract. 1 year, $100 million. for
like,
a
we
coach.
will fire him now, and we can't because he has a 10-year contract. And
That's
how do
what
we get him out
man.
of here?
They tried to find any reason to get him out of there, and they did it, man. And
Get
it was
your
a
best-
collective. It was a collective thing, man.
Get your best tech guys on it there. Get your best tech guys on the finding his emails. All right, let's dig us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Find
We got
something to
something.
do. Find something on him, and that's what they did.
Count it.
The
'Cause
level,
ain't nobody lived a perfect life. Anybody can find something on you that's worthy to find.
Right.
Worthy to put out there. So I
No,
get it.
you're exactly
Even when
right.
you're 6 years old. 6 years old, you said what? Like, stuff like that is.
See, Ross, I was saying at the same time, I was like, you could go back in my messenger conversations right now and find some quotes that would absolutely startle you as a human being.
Yes.
You'd be like, oh,
Hell
good
yeah.
God, why did you say that? And it's just,
Yeah,
it's
man.
just
And that's
Man,
just the
listen,
chat
man.
between he and I from what he said.
you joke,
Man,
we
listen.
joke with friends. Like this is
Right.
it's jokes though. It's not.
And when I'm drunk, man, and when I'm drunk and I'm pissed, man, I know I done said a couple things because I got them on video. You know what I mean? So I know I ain't no perfect person. You know what I'm talking about? People that see me naked, running, fucking, everything. So I'm pretty much out there.
And that's the thing. It's like there's nobody that's perfect, and we spend
That's what
all
I'm
this
saying.
time with this
I
thing.
ain't claiming to be perfect. I'm a human being, man. I get drunk, I get fucked up on my off break. What I'm talking about?
And nobody's perfect. I mean, and that's the thing that frustrates me about this is there are times when somebody gets away with something that is quite horrible, whereas you have somebody like Gruden where you look at this and you're like, yeah, you shouldn't have said what he said.
I don't get it. What's the difference between him and Antonio Brown? Antonio Brown I don't get that. I don't get the difference.
I'm
asking y'all, what's the difference?
I think honestly because I'm gonna tell you a story. I know what the answer is, and I'm gonna say, and I mean this in the 100% non-disrespectful way, and I'm gonna tell you that the difference is skin color, and here's why. When I was 19, I was working in a call center. I walked into a meeting, and a bunch of my peers that were all Hispanic were sitting there telling jokes back and forth, making fun of white people.
Mm-hmm.
I sat down and I told a joke making fun of Hispanic people. I got fired. He got a raise.
Are you serious?
I'm dead fucking serious. And 6 months later, they walked him out because he had been committing fraud the whole fucking time. So it is.
Treat everybody the same, man. Treat everybody the same. Hold everybody with the same accountability. You know what I mean? And just go with that. That's how we make a world a better place. I'm not trying. Like I said, I'm no saint, and we all do bad things. But I think some things should be looked over because I don't think it was intent and harm. You know what I mean? So
people grow.
Yes.
People grow. People learn, and to sit here, when Obama first became president, he said that he was against gay marriage.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of his first term, his opinion had changed. His daughters had talked to him about it, and his opinion evolved. Which, that's
people
completely
evolve.
Reasonable. People evolve.
Yeah, people evolve. Yeah, you're right.
And so, but the criticism,
you can't judge nobody on how they thought. It could have been like a parents. Like when I was young, man, it was certain kids that couldn't hang with the blacks, they're because of their parents. I'm talking. It wasn't their fault. It's because of what their parents said.
Yeah.
As they grow up, they involve in them. Say, hey, dad, mom, you was wrong. They're not that bad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So they start evolving and trying. It's just how you was grow up. It's how you brought up, man, and how you was grown, and it's the way of life, man. It really is the way of life.
D. Ross, I grew up in southeast Nebraska, where I live right now. Okay, so. Dude, there isn't a black guy in this entire town. There might be a couple that live here, but it's always like a rotating black guy, right? That everybody's nice to.
Yeah, everybody is that. I know the token.
There's like a one rotating black guy that everybody's like way too nice to, right? And then like he just
absolutely
he moves out of town, and then one more guy moves in town. So this is like how, and it takes a lot to get away. Dude, my dad is a flaming racist, bro. My dad is.
That's what. And look, my mom. I mean, my mom not a racist at all. But when I first, because I like white girls, when I first brought the white girl to the crib, Mama was like, for real? That's what you like? All right, I love you anyway. But you can tell, like, she was like, wow, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's just how you was brought up, man. But now she knows what it's gonna be, so she don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Ain't no surprises anymore.
No, ain't no surprises. You gonna have a mixed grandkid, Mom. For sure.
The only reason I tell this story too, I was dating a black chick like 8 years ago.
You dated a black chick before?
Yeah.
How was it? Did you like it?
I love black women, dude. I love black.
That's what I'm talking about. That old boy. You got some of that chocolate in your butt.
I had in 7th grade, young lady by the name of Deandra Wallace. I can still remember her name because she's a black chick, but she was like she was like a rocker black chick, and like we talked about music a couple of times, and that's why I fell in love in 7th grade with this chick. I asked her out probably a dozen times, there's no fucking lie, and she kept saying no. What it was is she was a popular kid and I wasn't, because like she would tell me when it was just her and I talking to recess that she thought it was cute. But she was a popular chick and I wasn't. So like I got it and I get it now. I don't hold any ill will towards her. She was a great person.
It just fell in my lap, man. Just fell in my lap. The black girls didn't like me, and then the white girls liked me. So I'm gonna go with who likes me. Shit. You know what I mean? And then when I got older, the black girls started liking me. So I'm like, you too late now. Shit.
One of the things that stopped me from ever. One of the when I stopped asking her out, what stopped me was a comment her older sister made, because her sister was a grade above us, and we were all hanging out after school one day, and her sister looked at me and she said, "You know that a black girl would never date a white guy like you, right?" And that was the last time I ever asked out a black chick.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that was the fucker. Pretty much, fuck her. I mean, whatever you choose, man. Listen, man, whatever you choose, go with it. I mean, like I said, and when it comes down to it, really not about race, but I just like that interracial, you know, that click clash, that you know what I mean? I like that.
I love mixed babies; they're so beautiful.
Oh my God, I just like that contrast when you rocking it and you
biracial angels.
Back on topic here. But there's so many things where this has been taken too far. You know, the culture has become only white guys can be racist, only white guys can be rapists, only white, you know, or only men can be rapists. You know, only. We've got because so far.
I mean, that's how society is though, because these women are messing with these little kids too, and they're getting probation. You know what I'm saying? These women teachers are messing with these kids and getting probation. And this is a little different because as a man, I mean, my son come and tell me, hey, Dad, I'm fucking my teacher. I'm going to be like, Dad, or boy. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm not going to front. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, get that thing, man. You know what I mean? But if my daughter come back and say, Dad, I'm fucking with the teacher, I'm shooting everybody in that bitch. You know, so I understand. It's just who I mean, I know that's bad, but it's just the truth, man. You know,
perfect. That's perfect.
I'm telling the truth. I'm not. And if that makes me a bad person, I am, because that's how I review that. You know what I'm saying? My daughter tell me I'm shooting everybody, man. But
guess what? I wanted to fuck like 3 of my teachers when I was 15 years old, dude.
Oh man, I wanted my teacher, Miss Bowden.
I'd have gotten it.
I wanted if you Miss Bowden, or you listening to this right now, I always wanted to. You was married. Your ass was fucking amazing to me when I was a kid. Miss Bowden, my math teacher. Man, I hated math, but I love going in that class.
That's how you count, just watching us sway back and forth. Just one.
Oh my gosh, she had one of them guys. Oh, but you know what it is.
No, I appreciate how far we've come in these different things.
Oh yeah, man.
But there was so much of a too far correction. We overcorrected. Yeah. Being critical of what Dave Chappelle said on his special is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. He didn't say anything bad. So there's people who have been trying to cancel Dave Chappelle over.
Oh yeah, I heard about. I actually watched Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle went ham. Look, Dave Chappelle went ham, man. But oof, that was he did. But
one of the greatest.
Was he lying? He wasn't lying. I don't know, because like the baby, like he said, man, the baby done killed somebody before, but y'all didn't want to counsel him then. Y'all want to counsel him if he said. It's just crazy, man. It's just how society, man. Look, man.
Dave Chappelle's a philosopher now. He's not a comedian.
I didn't know he was that smart, man.
Who does comedy?
I did not know he was that smart.
Dude, he's just
He is the modern day. He did that. What he did in 20 years. We're gonna look back on that, and it's going to be George Carlin and the 7 words you can't say on TV. That's exactly what it's gonna be.
Yeah. Jay, I mean, dude, the way, man, Dave. Dude, I'm talking about from his skits, man. I remember everybody used to just like quote his skits going around town. And then he disappeared. Everybody was really worried about his disappearance. Like Dave, he's the man. You gotta respect Dave. When he dropped, everybody watch. You know what I'm saying? But the stuff he's talking about, honestly, he go from both sides. He don't have no, like, he hate everybody. He talk about blacks. He talk about whites. He talk about Everybody gets it from him. So you can't say if he races, he races against people. You know what I mean?
He's a comedian for sure.
I mean, how are we not? I mean, if we're going to start scrapping him for what he said about the transgender community, are we going to go back and get mad at him for all of the Clayton Bigsby skits?
Facts. They love that, though. They didn't say nothing about that. But, man, listen. I'm telling you, man, this world, man. The LGBT, man, they move faster than what the black did to get unslaved. Like they move fast. Like their community and their generation is moving faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
it is quick. And like I firmly believe everybody should have equal rights. Marry who you want, as long as it's not a kid. You know, everybody, be able to get to all the same tax breaks, all of that stuff. There's no reason not to. But there cannot be this overcorrection with any of these situations, because it's going to cause more problems than it's going to solve. You're going to give more fuel to the people that are still on the other side, then you're going to benefit those of us that are actually in the middle trying to make some fucking sense.
You say one wrong thing, you cancel. You say one wrong thing, and you're canceled.
And in the history of your life too. That's the thing. Like now, it's like,
that's what I'm saying. That's your livelihood. That's your kids' livelihood. You say one wrong thing in these interviews and these things, and you're canceled, man.
Hey, D-Ross, one more thing on this. Dave Chappelle, when he talks about his white friend Chip, he's like, "Oh, my white friend Chip." He's like, he looked at me and he was like, "Dave, I'm gonna race him." You know that guy that he does the white guy voice. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Chip, that's me. Dave's white friend is Chip. I'm Chip. Dave's white friend. That's pretty much. I should probably just be like, that's pretty much standard Chip. Yeah.
Yes,
it's white guy Midwestern. That's what it is. I walked up to the. He's like,
dude, I didn't know, man, dude. Nebraska, I didn't know it was that many white. Well, I guess I did. You never talk about. Nobody ever talk about Nebraska. I know it's some corn-fed women from Nebraska, but I ain't never been. I ain't never known about nobody talking about Nebraska.
There's like 1.2 million people here total. It's a huge state, and there's like
okay.
Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for Husker games is the 3rd largest city in Nebraska when it's full.
Oh no! Y'all motherfuckers crazy. Y'all motherfuckers crazy.
It's Omaha, Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska, and then it drops off to like where there's only towns with like 35,000 and less. The whole state.
Damn.
Huge state.
When I was in high school, it was not uncommon to see, some of these white teen guys driving their busted ass pickup trucks with flags on the back, and usually an American flag and a rebel flag. But guess what? In the passenger seat of that truck, it was a black guy, and they were both saying "ye fucking ye." Yeah,
man, because you know football practice. That's what football brought everybody together where I was from. You know what I mean? That's one sport that I can say bring everybody together, because when you're in the stands, you see all type of colors in them stands, man. Mm-hmm. When you're in the field, you see all type of colors. So I think football is the one sport that actually brings people together. You know what I mean? And that's why I think I was so pissed at Colin, you know what I'm saying? Which I get what he was doing, but I was so pissed that he brought it to the football world. You know what I mean? So I mean, whatever. That's another subject at hand, but whatever.
D. Ross, I only played one black guy in a high school football game my entire career. There was
No
one
way.
black dude. I just want to point
No
that out
way.
as an actual statistic. Played one black guy, and we dropped double coverage to him. I was the corner.
Hey, all the black people go to Nebraska and live. All the black people go to Nebraska and live.
Hey, this is a call out for anybody out there who wants to live the simple rural life with a lot of cool people. Black people come to Falls City, Nebraska. It's Falls City.
You heard that. It ain't that many.
Come in here. It's a nice life. It's cool. We're all cool. But we need some black guys to play on the football team. So let's get it.
Yeah, we need some black guys. Yeah.
Basketball.
And basketball.
Be a big fish, a little
and I want to hang out with them and smoke weed with them too. So, but that's just like a side.
Yeah. Hey, I can send them.
For like
I can send them.
Teams, like,
hey,
was
that South Park episode put an ad in Black Forbes?
Yeah, I can send them. You know, talking about shit.
When they get stuck here too. When they get stuck here too, I get to hang out with them when they get older. You know what I'm saying?
So exactly, because they're going to get stuck because they're going to love it. They're going to put babies in all y'all girls. It's going to be a bunch of mixed kids running around there.
Man, them white farm girls aren't going to know what's happened to them.
So many parties.
Chocolate man.
They will literally run backward through a cornfield. They will literally just run backward through a cornfield. They literally will.
Okay,
it ain't true about black guys, so don't worry.
We're going to take one more last quick break, and then we'll wrap up for this evening. Thank you for sticking with us right here on Sports Report After Dark. All right, we are back here wrapping up tonight on Sports Report After Dark. Real quick, definitely check out our Saturday night show at 10 Eastern on William Morgan Media, Geek Gauntlet. Will and Shaw go into all things geek related. It's definitely a great show. That second commercial was for Double XP, Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, Kay and Pun, two sisters, going into all things gaming related. Definitely check it out. They have a great show. Kay, Pun, and Tyler. And then another real podcast. Yeah. And then really good podcast, which airs on the opposite Tuesdays of Drop the Mic, which is Josh and Kay going into all things TV and movie related. That is, again, 10 Eastern on Tuesday nights. Big thank you to our sponsors, repsports.com, Raise Energy. Use the code GGN10 or Pinfall on repsports.com for 15% off their website. And Gamerware, use the code XXP on their website for 10% off Gamerware. We're here with Derek the Boss Ross, getting into all kinds of fucking trouble this evening. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Speaking of trouble, I did.
So you all right, man?
I got text messages. I got a text message. Hey man, hey, you probably want to edit some of those women things. I was like, what the fuck? I say, no. This is raw. This is raw.
We raw. We all right. We aren't saying anything that's not honest.
No, we good. We mean what we say.
We hate anybody. We hate anybody. So there's nothing to worry about. People that want to try and cancel shit like that are just stupid, and I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Why nobody ever wants to get in those conversations because they know they're just going to get judged for them. If
exactly.
They try and speak their mind.
That part.
So let's all just sugarcoat fucking everything. You know what we should do, guys? Let's just sit here and agree with each other in circles for a second. Just go, hey D Ross, I agree, and then you just go, Tony, I agree. And I agree. And we can just go on for fucking an hour and a half.
No, this ain't how it going down on this one.
No, people are allowed to have their own thoughts and their own feelings. Sometimes that's going to mean fucked up shit. Other times it's going to mean weird shit, crazy shit, whatever shit. They're fucking everybody's people. We're all human. We all have our own thoughts, feelings, and ideas. It's not a bad thing. We could just stop being shitheads about people being individuals despite saying, hey, be yourself. Oh, but only if you fit into this square little box. Fuck that. Yep. Just be your fucking self.
It's so
be
funny.
Your fucking self. I definitely agree with that.
It's so funny because we're taking an open-minded view at it, but at the same time, like, that is still very intricate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all open-minded about it, but we all have our own complete unique thoughts about what that should be. And
listen.
But the fact
we're gonna do what we do. We having fun with it. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All that matters is that we're open-minded about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong, but there is everything wrong with not being willing to listen.
Yes.
To learn why you're wrong.
Yes. Facts.
All right. So really quick before we go, definitely make sure you check out D39 Ross Clothing on Facebook and make sure you get you some jerseys.
D39 Ross Clothing and check this out, man. I just wanted to I have an opportunity to own a team, the Albany Empire. I played for them last year. They gave me an opportunity to own a team with another owner. The owners that was there, they actually can't afford it, and they couldn't pay their bills at the time, Union Center. So they're trying to sell the team. So I'm looking for one investor, to come aboard with me to own that team, man. I just need one more. So if anybody out there that want to win a good franchise team, and you know what I'm saying, I'm the best at what I do. So if you want to, come on with it.
Right on. Well,
D-Ross,
that would give me a reason.
How long before you're an agent or a team owner?
Before I'm a team owner, honestly, it could be here in the next year, man. Like I said, I just got this offer and I'm thinking about doing it. Most of them want me to coach. And I'm still, me, I still want to play here. I'm gonna run these motherfucking wheels to nubs. But yeah, anyway, it's just several opportunities out there. But ownership probably in the next year or so.
Well, wait, you get to the point where you're ownership, I want to be your press secretary.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna put y'all on. We all along, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do big things over there. And Albany is a good market, man. It's just they've done it wrong over there.
Yeah.
I am riding that D-Ross train all the way through.
Dog, man. Hey, man, I'm not playing, man. I love the game of football. Everybody knows I love it. I think that's why they support me in the way I love it. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm going to keep going. It ain't no stopping me. I even got a tat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all committed, man. I'm all committed. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep riding with D39 Ross, man. And it's going to, as it elevates, people around me going to elevate. So we steady going to do it.
Hey, we're 100% behind it. And I think
we got your back, man.
Can I tell you something? I think that you're a born agent.
A born agent?
You're an agent. You should be an NFL player's agent.
No, man, because I have to take more than 3% from their rich ass.
Oh, you can if you want. If you're good enough, you can take as much as you want, buddy.
No, man, the standard is 3%, and everybody knows it now, man. So that 3%, I need more than that because I'm gonna work my ass off for you. I ain't gonna have 100. I ain't gonna have 100 clients. I'm gonna have 10 good ones. You know what I mean?
Say, you're saying there's no chance anybody would sign for 7-8% because they would.
No, they not in this era. Maybe a dummy. You know what I'm saying? But not in this area. They probably the max probably gonna be 3, maybe 4 if you can pay it. If you Mahomes, you got Mahomes contract.
Shooting for the stars. I love it.
But I don't know about that. Not too many people gonna get that 500 million.
500 million.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, 450 million. 450 and 50 in the what's that team? The Royals? The Royals?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's fucking the Royals.
Yeah, man. That was an impressive contract, man. And he deserved every bit of it. That's why I'm not gonna throw the towel in on him, man. I really do think they can get out of this rut.
Absolutely, and I believe that they can. But my thing is there are so many people that are like, why aren't they playing perfect? You guys realize there's so many things going on right now. Patrick is trying to be a new dad. That was fucking stressful for me, and I just went to a job in an office.
But she's been down with Patrick so long. I think that girl is the right fit for him. Honestly.
Oh yeah. I
think they're actually friends more than she actually was a gold digger. You know what I mean? So I really think that she kind of understands. Go do your job, baby. I got this. When you come home, we gonna get this together. I don't think she putting more stress on him. I don't see her as being a girl like that.
Tony, how much?
I just think he actually I just think he actually trying to do a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? With what he has right now. And everybody's starting to know if you double Kelsey, make one of them other wide receivers bitch you, it's hard for him, man. And everybody's starting to know that. So they just got to figure it out. Andy is the guy to do it.
He has trouble making the Alex Smith play, which is ironic because he has trouble dumping it down because he's so talented. Alex Smith doesn't have the ability to do what Patrick Mahomes can do. And Patrick Mahomes is all about that electricity, dude. He loves just that big cross the body, 45 yards, Tyreek Hill flying down the field. He can't take the 3
That's what everybody's so used to him doing. That's why he probably think he got the 500 million because he can do the tricks. No, you got the 500 million because you can throw every play. You can throw every ball. You can throw every ball and you got good decision making. You know what I mean? But this year is just it's like he's going backwards. He's going backwards this year.
What wasn't there a year or like first or second year Alex Smith came to Kansas City where he didn't throw a touchdown pass to a receiver all year because he was throwing him to tight ends and running backs? Was that like 2011, 2012, somewhere there?
Yeah.
And I would much rather see that than what we're seeing right now.
Man, I don't. Let him throw that bitch. Fuck it. Let him throw it. Give him a home. Don't calm him down too much because it's exciting when he's young. If he get that one more receiver, it'll be another showtime.
Don't tame that wild Mustang. Don't tame that reincarnation.
Yeah, there you go. Let him throw that thing. Let him be the good slinger.
I love watching it. I don't even care.
Yeah, let him sling that bit. Because like that side on where he was completely side on and he choked that. Hey, that boy cold, man.
In the Super Bowl last year, he threw a ball 43 yards and his arm was underneath his legs. Like literally,
I know. Listen, I know.
Underneath himself. And I was like, what is going on?
And it's crazy, man. They even talk down, to say that they're doing bad, but they're still just 2 and 3. So I'm not counting them out.
RELAX.
There was a discussion the other day that I saw, or it was last night, where they were talking about, Patrick is both trying to do too much and try to listen to the Chiefs telling him to spend more time in the pocket. What they need to do is just stop both. Just this is what the play is, and then go be you.
There you go.
Don't overdo it. Go
do exactly what. Let him do what Johnny Manziel did in Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what he needs to do.
Tell him to play. If it ain't open, make it open.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
He has that capability to do that too. That's what's crazy.
Yep.
Dan Strady does.
He's a baseball player. He can slide.
That's what I'm saying, man. it was very impressive. That man, his genetics, man. That man's genetics is a freak, man. And what's crazy is he was under the radar at Texas Tech a little bit because you know what I'm saying. He just came from nowhere. I mean, he's always so used to Texas Tech quarterbacks throwing for 5,000 and 6,000 a year. You know what I'm saying because of the offense they got. Where you just think he was going to be another Texas Tech quarterback that could throw when he get to the league, can't do nothing. But this man proved a lot of people wrong.
I hadn't really heard very much of him until the year he got drafted.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And it was, and I don't know how much Dan and I were talking football at that point, but I honestly wasn't sure. I mean, I'm glad he was in the right case and he did a great job, but initially I was like, but I mean, I like it when I'm wrong on stuff like that in that way because hey, shit, Chiefs just man, we still I'm still excited for the next 8 years or however long he got 6 years. I'm still excited for the next 8 years. Even if he do bomb this one, I'm still gonna be a Mahomes fan. Yeah, right. and that's the thing.
He's got 12 years left.
Is it 12
years? It was 10 years on the contract. He's still on his rookie deal right now. He's in the last 2 years of his 5-year rookie deal.
Oh yeah, he still got 12 years.
So he's got 21 and 22.
And he's 20. Yeah, man.
That's the 5 year of the rookie contract. So he's only getting paid like.
And they ain't gonna get rid of him. They ain't gonna get rid of him.
And then it kicks up to like 48.
Well, but
it goes to like 53, 57.
Veach was accounting for all of the money that the NFL is going to get out of those new TV deals when they kick in 2023. When he wrote that contract, he was stupid. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're giving him too much money." No, they're not. They're just ahead
Lamar is finna break the bank, y'all.
Lamar's going to get a bigger contract than Mahomes. It will happen.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
No, it
won't. I think they're gonna get Lamar probably about 400.
400
about for 350, 354. I'm mad at the Titans for giving Henry that bullshit ass $50 million. That's stupid ass deal. You know what I mean? He deserves way more than that.
And the Titans should be doing more. That offense should be a lot more powerful than it is. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously,
they're coming. They're coming along. It takes some time. They're coming. Julio's starting to get back in shape too.
And I think that's the key piece. But you got Julio, you got Derrick Henry, you got AJ Brown. Like that should be. I mean,
I hate that we're discounting the Titans for being a boring running team. When
I'm not. I love that guy.
So let me see. Everybody is saying that they're a boring running team. I don't think that they are.
No,
that doesn't make them
be boring. Be boring.
If you get
that W's, is King Henry, baby. King Henry.
260 yards a game. I don't care if you're just running the ball. They can't tackle him. Use it. That's what he's there for. But give the man more than a $50 million contract. I'm sorry, but the dude should get a lot more money.
He's your team. He's your bread and butter. He deserves more than $50 million.
What are you gonna do? Pay Ryan Tannehill?
Man, I wouldn't give. I give. Man.
You mean that wide receiver?
Exactly. Every year since I got him as my starting cornerback, I'll be looking for another number one.
Yep. Yeah, me too. The whole time, but
the whole time I would have did him like the Packers draft the number one quarterback and set him behind him just for him to wait. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing no games. Tannehill, he can't go to no Super Bowl with Tannehill.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious because like when I was young playing Madden, Derrick Henry is the guy that I would create as a player. Like he's I would obviously name him something different. Right?
He would be the player I created and put number 39 on his jersey.
I would do 35. Yeah, I would do 35. Yep, and like do the same thing. Right? Yeah, that's the guy I would create. And then, but I wouldn't want to have Tannehill as my Madden quarterback. I'd be like, let's get somebody else in there. Like
my quarterback back then was Michael Vick. That was my guy. I used to kill people with the Falcons, man. Hey, I would do that, man. Michael Vick used to be the man.
D-Ross, we used to have a rule that you couldn't use Michael Vick.
Yep.
No way.
Yes.
Yep.
When you played somebody in Madden, we used to be like, no Michael Vick.
Well, it's just like you couldn't use Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl.
kind of.
Oh yeah, that was cheat code. Cheat code.
Right?
Cheat
Family
code.
Guy does a thing
I
about that.
remember.
It's like 3 minutes
They
long.
need
It's
to
just about
redo them
Dutch
games, man. They need to redo them games. It won't be the same, but
you can. I think you can get Tecmo Bowl through Nintendo Switch's online because it's in because
you
when
can?
you get the Nintendo Switch Online has a member with their membership. You get access to a bunch of Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. They actually just today added some N64 and Sega games as well. But either in the Nintendo or Super Nintendo, I swear to God, I see Tecmo Bowl in there.
All right, bet.
So
Good
it's the Nintendo Switch is legit, man. I love my Switch. It's amazing. I love my Switch. But yeah,
So
all
what
right,
y'all got going? What y'all got going on for the rest of the year, man? What y'all any plans for, Thanksgiving, Christmas, stuff like that?
Oh, go ahead, Dan.
I have my we're all about Halloween here. I got my Halloween stuff up. I'd show you. I got to flip my laptop around. We got all that.
Hold on. What you gonna be for Halloween?
Bane.
Scott Frost.
I'm gonna be Bane from Dark Knight
Oh,
Rises.
all right.
See, we'll just cut it right here. We'll do the mask, right? Dark Cross. I'll do the voice the whole time. Not gonna look as good as whatever Tom Hardy did, but it's gonna be fun.
What you gonna be?
I am going. I have to work. Like, I get off of work at like 8 p.m. and then I have to be back at work at 6 a.m. So I am actually just going to wear my Red Sox jersey, and I'm going to be Kevin Youkilis, former Red Sox player. That's what I'm going to be for Halloween this year. But
you're in about as good a shape as Kevin Youkilis was.
That's exactly why I picked. That's why I love baseball, man. Because you'd be a fat, out of shape motherfucker like myself, and
still makes $80 million a year.
Bartolo Colon, man.
The Sultan of Walk. The Sultan of Walk, baby.
Oh, my God.
That 410 on base percentage. Get that 410 on base percentage. That's all you got to do.
There you go. All right, before we wrap up, man, Derek, thank you for joining us again. Make sure.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's always a pleasure, man. Anytime y'all need me, anytime, man, this is always fun with me, man. Always fun with you guys, man. Y'all are great.
Definitely, you'll always be invited back on when you're a sports owner. You're think of the little people.
It's coming, man. It might be coming sooner than what we think, man. People think I'm gonna come back as a player. I might come back as an owner, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
We're gonna run your name at the bottom, like the little graphic, and it's gonna say owner, GM, whatever you are. But it's just gonna have like
this is gonna be sweet. Hey, I got another title, baby.
Yep.
Hey.
We'll flash your stats through periodically.
That's gonna be a blessing. Just give me a little time. It's gonna happen.
I believe in you, man. I think you got it. But I want you to take care of yourself. I can't wait to see you. We'll have you on next season. We'll see if we can get you back on for the launch of season 2.
Of course, man. And if I do decide to play football again, I'll let y'all know. Like I said, the Cleveland team want me, and Albany owner told me to wait a little bit. So it got so much stuff going on right now, man. I don't know where I'm gonna end up.
Make what's right for you, my friend. Make what's right.
Oh yeah. It don't stop. It don't stop. But God bless you, man, and thanks for having me on the show, man. Much love.
Thanks, buddy. I'll be getting a hold of you.
Thank you for joining us. You take care of yourself, and I can't wait to get that jersey because I'm gonna wear it all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely. God damn it, it's all good, baby. Tell your boy to get his too, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop.
All right,
bye, guys.
Enjoy this, man. You have a good night.
Bet.